I wrote like the first check that I had to write for the year, and I was like, oh. And I actually wrote 2024.
You write checks?
I know. I don't like bills and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh dang.
You don't have automatic withdrawal?
I mean, not for like a chiropractor appointment that I have to send in a check to. You know what I mean?
Why don't you just pay it when you're there?
Like swipe a card?
Well, they send a bill to your house.
I don't know. I honestly don't know when I've written a check.
Well, you don't pay it online?
Guys, no, they didn't have a link. They said
this is Orange City, Iowa.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is Orange City.
Enclose a check and mail it back?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
You didn't.
Yes.
How do you know?
You have stamps?
Yes. My mom put stamps in my stocking.
Okay, that's kind of cute. That is a whole. I feel like that could be a whole podcast episode.
Do you guys not write checks?
No.
Do you have a checkbook?
No.
If I did, I have no
idea. How do you know your like routing
at.
number? Like when you have to like sign up for things, how do you
go
know
on my app?
Yeah, I have it in my phone.
Yeah.
Weird.
I actually kind of know my routing number by
Not
heart.
weird.
Just because
very normal. You're weird. Well,
Yeah,
and
I
like your
guess.
routing number is like everybody who lives in your area with your bank has the same routing number. The only thing that's different is your account number.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna like ask my neighbor like, hey, what's your routing number?
You can like you can actually Google
I
it.
know,
I
but-
Google it all the time at work when people are like, "Who do you bank with?" And then I just Google what's their routing number.
Do you want to air out what your routing number is?
Yeah, tell us.
I'm totally kidding. Please don't. Just for the sake of
I'll tell you what my routing number is. It doesn't matter.
Maybe you're so
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What are you gonna do?
I'm
Figure
going to
out which
commit
branch?
fraud.
You're gonna figure out which branch of U.S. Bank I bank with.
Yep.
Okay, but let's just hold on. Let's go back to the
So
fact that you write
checks.
checks here for a second.
Uh-huh.
On average, how many checks do you write a month?
Probably 2 or 3.
No.
It's not like I'm writing like
That is
one a week.
That is
that
a lot
is
of
the
checks.
weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, we didn't have like Noah just today
don't say
set up.
we. Don't say
No,
we.
it's me. It's me and
No.
Noah because it's a shared bank account. We didn't set up like automatic withdrawal for our like utilities until literally today. So for the last
You've been going into the city and paying with a check?
we drop it off. There's like
For
a little
you-
like mailbox slot that you
What?
put it in. Or
Are
you
we
can
living?
mail
Are we
it
living
in.
in the 1900s?
No, I think it's kind of cute. There's like a little door. It's like this big. You open it.
Yeah,
and you
for
put
the
your little-
old people. For the old people,
I kind of
Meredith.
like it. But it
I'm
was
gonna
also
have
one
to
of those
side
things
with
that was just
Casey.
like,
That's kind of
it
funny.
was, but to sign up for automatic thing, you have to like go into the office and like talk to someone, and I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to wait till Noah.
Why
does
can't
that.
you do it online?
Because there was some information I didn't know, and I would have to call in to find it out, and I
Was it your-
not going to do that.
Account number?
Was it your routing and account number?
It probably was.
There was like some like some account that I wasn't signed up for or something, and I couldn't like do it.
She writes 2 to 3 checks a month, and
I love how Casey's just for like everything to Bryce.
for utilities. She just set it up.
Literally for the last 2.5 years since I've lived
Two-
in Orange City.
Oh my god!
has
So
gone in and
in your
dropped
checkbook
Or,
that you get,
or I'll like
how-
mail it in, but it feels silly to mail it in because it's right down the street. Like I can just walk and drop it off.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be scared
Bryce
to mail
called
it
you an
in, too.
80-year-old, and his face was like,
Honestly, I've received checks before, but it's for people paying me under the table that they don't want to
Oh,
go through,
Yeah.
or like to have it not see in Venmo, like
or
Wyatt pays me
last
over
year
checks,
I would
but-
do it for like my school lunch.
yeah,
Like,
probably
I'd write
through a
check.
business account. Through a business account. He's writing
Me?
checks through
Oh,
his
yeah,
business.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not like he's not writing
Correct.
personal checks.
Correct. Like in
Because
that,
business checks are totally allowed, but personal checks are the weirdest thing I've ever heard of. Unless
I
you are
kinda like
60
it.
years older.
I like that I know how to write a check. Like
I know how to write a check too.
No, I know, but I'm just saying there are some like college students who are like, I don't own a checkbook. Like, how
I mean,
do you?
Yeah, I don't think I do.
How do you
I don't
do?
own a checkbook.
Oh my gosh, guys, get a checkbook.
But
Why do we need to own one? My statements
because
on my
well,
app.
sometimes you need to like send in a void check somewhere if you're like signing up
No.
for something. Like
No,
for
you
like
just
work.
enter your routing and account information right there, and you don't have to send.
No,
in
but
anything.
like at my work for like our automatic like deposit. I had to send in a check that had like the word void over it.
Sounds like you're living in the 19.
I'm living in Orange
Hundreds.
City. It is the 1900s.
I was gonna say they
for
are a little
mine, for
behind
my
the
work,
times.
I literally
Yeah.
went in. I like just went on the app and I just entered.
Oh no,
all my
I
information
had to
in.
fill out like a paper form, and like
It's funny
attach
'cause
a void
everything
check with a
else
paper clip.
electronic for me.
This is-
Like
I literally am
everything-
paperless. Like if a bill shows up in paper, Bryce and I get mad. We're like, what a waste.
No,
rip it
that's
up and
our
pay
only
it online.
bills.
That's crazy. Actually, all of mine are automatic, so I guess I don't even
Our
think
like
about
loans, like our student loans are automatic, and all of that is an email form. But everything else, like for our life here, is
email form. Like
Yeah,
when you get
they'll
the okay.
email. Yeah,
Okay. Fascinating. I want to dig
Okay,
around
I'm
and see
having a
if
hard
I.
time. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around.
we gotta move on. We got so much we gotta talk about.
I
We
don't
gotta
want to
keep
move
moving
on. I don't want to move on. Who do you bank with?
Are you actually
Orange
asking?
City Trust.
It
Wells
was
Fargo.
Northwest Bank here in Orange City, but they just changed their name to Security National Bank, and it was such a rigmarole to get all of our cards and everything. So, like we had to
Oh,
get all
what?
new debit cards and
Rigmarole. I just want to point out she said rigmarole.
What even is?
hey.
and writes 2 to 3 checks a month.
If anyone listening to this also banks at Security National Bank, you can verify it was a rigmarole to switch all your stuff around, okay?
Rigmarole. My
Rigmarole.
mom even says
My mom
not-
says rigmarole for sure.
my mom says I said podcast question. Do you guys write only if we have to?
Only if we have to. I only do if
I'm
I
gonna
have
ask
to. It's
my
not
mom.
like I'm going to the grocery store and paying with a check.
You want to.
That's
You're
true.
obsessed
Oh,
with,
I don't.
You're
Actually,
obsessed
I could,
with writing
I
checks.
could see it. What is that?
Shut
Go
up.
to Dawn's, walking
You
over to
love it.
Dawn's.
Go to Dawn's with a check.
You, oops. I forgot
so
my
how much is
I forgot my debit card and all my stuff, but I only have a checkbook
Oh my
with me.
god!
that has happened before.
How do you only have your checkbook with
Well,
you?
like, or I'll go to like the thrift store and they don't take debit cards, and I don't have cash, but I have my checkbook, so I'll write a check.
I would leave.
Mare
I would walk
is
out. I would
internally
walk
a
out.
70-year-old woman,
Walk
though.
out.
So,
Hey, it's Casey,
I'm Meredith.
and this is Kiara.
and we're 3 best friends in a long-distance relationship.
We've learned some valuable lessons along the way over the last 10 years of being friends.
Now let's get to it because
Ooh,
I see you standing there.
I know you see.
Yeah, thank you. I was like,
standing
do
there.
I
don't know what I'm saying.
look good, my
Just
dear?
gonna
Also, we've definitely
Do I-
already sang this before on the pod.
You know what I thought would be a
Sing that
funny
song.
what I thought would be a funny intro sometime?
What?
Welcome, welcome, welcome,
Welcome, welcome, welcome, welcome, welcome, welcome, welcome to Illyria.
What is that from?
I just called
She's
you
the
to
man.
say welcome.
Oh,
The fact that you didn't know that instantly makes me want to hurt you.
Guys, have you seen Amanda Bynes?
Yeah,
lately?
Amanda's going crazy. You saw her podcast?
Well, then she stopped doing her podcast and she
Oh,
said
she
she was
stopped
going to
it.
do something else instead. And everyone, all
Well-
the comments were like, Amanda, no. Like, we want to hear from you.
No, I think
wanna make sure
her
you're okay.
co-host actually ended up being crazy, which everyone was like,
Oh.
yeah, your co-host is crazy.
Oh. Well, she wanted, like, Drake on. And, like,
Listen,
maybe
her
start a little-
expectations were too
Yeah.
high. I think she forgot that she's not Amanda from the early 2000s.
Nah, she's Amanda from 2024.
Listen, like Amanda, like I'll go on your podcast.
Honestly,
You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
I'll go on it. I don't even care. I'll
Actually, do you want to be a guest on our podcast?
do it. Wait, Amanda.
Amanda, hear us out.
Amanda,
I
hold on,
know.
hold on. Here's
I
the
know.
vision. Okay,
I
actually,
know.
I'm all of a sudden I'm really into New Year's resolutions, and I like vision boards.
I knew you were going to say that.
My vision board is just a picture of Amanda
So
Bynes.
my vision board has Amanda Bynes on it, and she's telling us about her heart tattoo that's on her cheek, and she's explaining her time at Nickelodeon and how she really shaped the culture of young
American
in America.
females.
Yeah.
Wow, I couldn't spit that out.
Amanda, please.
Man,
Amanda,
please.
please.
Like, she was funny. She was sexy, but also
Yeah.
not like overly like in
No,
your
she was
face
just, like,
annoying.
pretty.
She was so pure
Well,
at that
there's
point.
a lot of abuse happening.
Literally every
Yeah.
role she ever played was so funny and so good.
Yeah.
Even in Easy A. I loved her in Easy A.
She was in Easy A.
Yeah, she was the super righteous friend that
Yo-
used to
Oh,
be. Yeah.
yeah.
Was
She
that
was
the last
so
thing she
funny.
did?
That was the last thing she
Oh,
did.
man.
And I will treasure Easy A because of that.
Yeah. And because of Emma Stone. God bless Emma Stone.
Oh, I love Emma Stone.
I do love Emma
rocks.
Stone, too.
Well, anyways.
Anyway.
Hey, guys.
Wow. We're the slide
Welcome
in.
to season 2 of It's Been Forever. I'm Meredith.
I'm Kiara.
And I'm Casey.
And we are just so excited to be back. We took a couple week break
Yep.
just to kind of enjoy the holidays, spend time with our family, and to reset.
To take a break from each other.
Yeah,
we like
couldn't
needed
stand
a break.
each other
Oh
anymore.
my gosh.
Yeah, totally.
Oh my gosh. I
Um,
clearly was trying to stay away from you guys. Then you just
I knew it. I knew
coming
it.
back.
That's your New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I end this podcast, actually?
My 2024 goal
Please.
is to destroy
Break
this
up with my
podcast.
friends and just
Deal.
go hide under a rock.
Yep.
Just kidding. That could not be further from the truth.
No.
We're so excited
Yeah.
for season 2. Just
Yes.
if this is your first episode, welcome. That was a chaotic intro, but that is our lives. So we just want
No, that
to
makes sense.
go
yeah.
right into that. So
Mayor, no notes. Don't touch it.
Deal.
no notes.
Don't touch it. Maybe a little, but don't touch the majority of it.
Just sync
Like
up the
90%.
singing a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're really excited you're here. If this is your first episode, welcome to season 2 and welcome to It's Been Forever. We're super excited that you stopped by. So something that you can hear in our intro, and it's something we kind of talk about all the time, is how we basically have grown together in our friendship. We all met. There's different time frames, and you can go back to season 1, episode 1 to kind of hear our backstories and how we all met. But essentially, our friendship as the three of us started when we were 18 years old, and we are now 27 and
Oh my
28.
gosh.
And
Kiara's 28. She's the old one.
yeah, Kira's the
Yeah.
oldest one in the group. Let's just let that
She's
be
old.
known.
Yes, just so old. Thank you.
But we've really grown up together, and we've gone through a lot of different things together, good and some not so good. And we have talked about previously on the podcast different struggles we've had just as friends, and we all live in 3 different states, 3 different time zones, and we have to work really hard for our friendship. And when you're an adult, making friends is kind of hard. Or just like that post-college, even into college transition, it's hard to figure out who you are and who your people are. And we just love talking to each other and working through the struggles of what life is. And we're all kind of in different phases a little bit. I've been married for almost 5.5 years, which is wild.
That feels like
Mary,
not
you've
a
been-
real timeline.
I know that felt fake.
No,
that felt
that's
like I made that up.
No,
You sounded
no.
old when you said that.
I know. When I said it, I was like, ew, how do I make this not so old? Ew, yeah, I know. I got married when I was 22.
Yeah.
Oh my
Child.
gosh. If Kalia, if you're listening to this, if you even think about getting married,
Don't get married.
by the time by the time you're 22, no. The answer's no. I know it's not my call and it's not my decision, but the answer's no.
Like it hasn't worked out for you.
Like it hasn't been like the best thing ever in your whole entire life.
Urging her not to do that, but you're like in love and happy. Woo.
But really, there's a lot of things we've gone through together, and I think a lot of things we have is relatable. And so we love for you to just listen along as we continue to just grow in our friendship and talk. And really, sometimes we forget that you're here as a listener.
Yeah.
And we just all
Kind
of
of
a sudden,
scary,
like,
actually.
every once in a while, we're like, oh, yeah. Hi.
We probably should filter a little bit.
Maybe you
but-
didn't like any of what we just had to say, but that was necessary for us. I don't know.
Yeah.
On top of that, we love to hear from our listeners. So please, will you write us an email? I know that we have a couple emails in the queue right now if you guys haven't been checking.
Oh, I haven't actually.
But I'm super excited to hear from you guys. So we love to read your emails. If you've never listened to an episode where we've read an email before, just a really quick thing. Spell right. Have a really good subject line.
Yep.
And
Oh my god.
be funny. I mean, it's not a threat, but like, don't be boring. You know what I mean?
Be funny, but like don't try too hard because we can tell.
Yeah.
There's a fine line there.
Essentially,
out
we're
on
just
it.
gonna rip it apart.
We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna roast you to pieces. So just make sure you have thick skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
which is what Kiara's working on.
which is what I'm
this
working on.
year.
That's on my vision board. Thick skin. It's actually kind of funny because since my family like listens to podcasts, shout out Betker fam, hi. But Carissa was like, I don't think I could survive Casey's family because she's so sensitive. And she was talking about like after a game or whatever when you're doing all of your feedback. And that made me laugh even harder because she's like, I just don't think I could do it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh.
There's a lot of different personality traits that the three of us hold, and I hope you keep listening because we are not the same, like at all.
No.
Like I don't even know how this works. It's TBH.
But that's how it works.
Wait,
If
what
we
do you
were all
mean?
the same,
Us
we
three?
wouldn't like each other. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like
we're
Kiara, you love
complementary.
vision boards.
I
didn't even know what it was until like last year.
Until I told her, hey, I'm making
What a
vision board.
Yeah.
And then she had to Google it.
yeah.
I'm allergic to New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
There's just it's just we're funny, and I mean I think we're funny. Maybe we're
think
not.
we're
I don't
funny.
know.
I've been told
we
we're
must be-
funny.
we must
you
be
know,
funny. I
by
don't know.
sources. So
Sources that shall be unnamed.
unnamed.
And not my
family
mom.
and my yeah. No, I think that is kind of why our friendship works. I mean, from the beginning, met in college, and that's just such an awkward phase of life, to be honest, when you're in a new
Yeah.
place, figuring out how life works outside of your parents' home, really. And just for the last 10 years, which again, that's just crazy to say. Also, side note, I have my 10-year, which I guess you guys do too. 10-year
so do-
high school, I guess. Sorry, I kind of forgot.
Just you. Sorry, yours is
Just-
more important
just
than ours.
Well,
Do you know what
sometimes
we're
I
about to say,
forget.
Mare?
Yeah, well, I don't want to rain on your parade, but we're definitely not doing a class reunion.
Oh.
There's
Well, I
12
didn't
of
say that I
us.
was going. Yeah, I mean, that's true.
There's 12 of us.
Wait,
Mare-
there's an RSVP for
No,
yours?
Well,
Kiara?
like
no, for Kiara.
No,
she said
not necessarily. I was just saying,
Oh.
I don't know if I'm going. I've never heard any, but I'm just saying it's 10 years since
yeah,
high school. That's
That's terrible.
That's it.
since graduating. Yeah, 2014.
since graduating. Yeah.
Do you guys want to know a
Yes.
horrible fact?
Okay.
2040 is closer than 2014.
No, that's not right.
That's not right.
Is it not?
2014.
10 years. Okay,
2014
Hold
is
on.
10.
Hold on.
Listen. 10 years ago was 2014. 10 years from now is 2034.
That's 2030.
I was gonna say. I
Okay.
think you meant 2030.
That's what I meant.
yeah.
Hey,
I believe you.
I need you to know what I mean and not what I
Hey,
say.
you know
Do
what?
what I'm
Another
saying?
thing, we've said this before. We are not a math podcast. We've never
We say
claimed
this
to
every
be-
podcast. Weird.
We're not.
I
a
don't know
math
if I brought
podcast.
this up before, but I was talking to someone at work about it today. I have dyscalculia. It's not diagnosed. I completely diagnosed myself.
What
But I am
is-
confident that I
Can you
have
please
dyscalculia.
inform
It's
the
like a-
listeners
it's like
and
a
me
math-
what that is?
Okay, hold on. Let me read you the definition because
Because I've always said I have number dyslexia. I
Okay.
don't think that's what that is,
let
but
me read
oh no,
you
okay.
this. Okay, dyscalculia is a disability resulting in difficulty learning or comprehending arithmetic, such as difficulty in understanding numbers, learning how to manipulate numbers, performing mathematical calculations, and learning facts in math. It is sometimes referred to as math dyslexia, though this analogy is misleading as they are distinct syndromes.
That's actually really fascinating. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, dyscalculia.
I had students
I
who had that.
discovered it. Huh?
Really?
Well, yeah, because I was a resource teacher. I taught students who had dyscalculia.
Yeah. So I'm self-diagnosed,
Well, yeah,
but I'm like 100% diagnosed. You know what I mean?
yeah. You know,
Because
By the
someone was
experts.
telling me like two separate numbers today. They're like, hey, can you like lockers at my job. I work at a gym. They're like, hey, can you go take a look at this locker number 173, and can you take a look at locker 83? And I walked away, got distracted. I came back. I was like, I forgot those numbers. What are those numbers? I need to write it down. And he goes, no, it's just this and this. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm still going to write it down. So I get a piece of paper. I go to write it down, and I mixed up all the numbers. So I had all the right numbers, but they were not the numbers at all that he told me. And then I told him, have you ever heard of dyscalculia? That's what I have. And he goes, that's made up. And I said, no, it's not.
Rude.
Well, he's like super smart. And
I'm laughing, but that's not funny.
Well, it's still rude.
So anyway.
He can be smart and still be rude.
Rude.
True. I mean, he's going to be like an anesthesiologist. And he's like into biology and stuff. So like, whatever.
He can still be rude.
But yeah, anyway. All that to say,
How
I
did we
didn't
get
mean
there?
to say 2040, you guys.
okay,
I meant to
that's where
say
we got
2030.
2030.
Okay. And I don't even think I meant to say that because Bryce told me, and it made sense when he said it. And now when I'm saying it,
no, it's okay.
No, I get it. And
Really
honestly, that just shows how old we are, how seasoned our friendship is.
Yeah,
I thought you were
10
going to say
years.
how senile.
Actually, yeah.
And that how seasoned. Just, I mean, yes, I think the thing about our relationship too is we say long distance relationship, but we are literally spread out across the country.
Yeah.
3 different time zones. We got Oregon, we got Iowa, we got North Carolina. So we couldn't honestly be further. I actually was looking at a map for the first time in a long time, and I was like, we actually think we could be further.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless maybe Mayor moved to Texas, somewhere down the middle of the state. But like,
or like to another country, but to be in the
Same
continental
country.
United States. Yeah.
So needless to say, we need something holding us together and chit-chatting. So that's kind of what this podcast is more for us than anyone. But if you're listening along, that's great too. Honestly,
We know how to
hope
chit
you like
chat.
it.
Let me tell you that.
We know how to. That's
chit-chat.
honestly all we do is just a good chit chat.
Yeah. So basically, now that you know who we are and you know what we do and why we do it, we're gonna dive a little bit into our New Year's. I'm gonna say goals. Yeah. Because quite frankly, I don't have any. But I know that Kiara always has amazing 2024 or like New Year's goals or resolutions or whatever. So she's super inspiring if that's what you aim to do.
Honestly,
like really, I wish I cared like you care. I
and
wish
follow
I cared.
through.
Sometimes I care too much about things, and then it is what
But yeah,
it is,
anyway, why
but-
don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes.
Are you did you make a vision board this year?
Kind of. Do you want to see it? Well, I shouldn't
Yes.
say kind of. I did, and it's my lock screen. So
I love that. As it should be.
yeah, I actually am really proud of it.
What did you make it on? Like what program?
Honestly, I did it on Canva.
Nice.
I'm
The girl that's addicted to Canva.
Nothing wrong with
yeah. Did you see that? I mean,
I did see
honestly, even though I am an actual designer, I do like using Canva for the quick wins. I will not lie. But oh, that's a Bible verse.
I mean, that could be it. Your
That
vision
could be
board.
it. So
Wow.
this is it. I want to celebrate people more. I want to travel. I mean, that's just to emphasize that. Bible reading.
Play some chess.
She's showing us her vision board. We're just absolutely ripping it apart.
I know.
No, I'm
they're ripping
sorry,
apart my
Kiara.
vision board, but it's okay. One of my things is to be tougher this year and to not let rude comments get me down.
Not let the bullies get me
Not
down.
that the bullies get me down. No, I'm
If
kidding.
you're gonna make a vision board, I'm gonna make fun of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Choose
I
your
mean,
hard.
and I am showing you. So choose your hard.
It says on there.
Okay, it says choose your hard. Yes.
Tell us about that.
Okay, well, choose your heart. It's hard to be, honestly, it's hard to be petty and bitter and a B word, but it's also hard to choose kindness and love. So it's like the idea of like, what do you want to be? Like every day, choose your heart. You can live in regret. You can live in remorse and anger.
Is it choose your heart?
Yes. What did you think it said?
Heart. I was like,
oh, no.
Choose your heart. That's why I was like, no, I know what choose your heart is.
Choose your heart.
I thought we were over here saying choose your heart, and I was like,
no.
Okay.
I don't know what that would mean.
I didn't either. That's why I was making fun of you.
That's fair. That is a worthy thing to make fun of.
Okay.
But choose your heart.
Gotcha.
And then I have a lot of journaling. I have little podcast equipment because podcast, and then a little verse, and that's kind of it. But so that's my background. So honestly, I look at it, and my word for the year is discipline. So I think all the things on this board kind of tie into that. Like I want to have like work on getting like a skincare routine down at night. Like I've never really had that. Just think like little wins, like day by day, and to kind of just make me a better me. That's so cheesy, but like I fall into the trap. I don't know about you guys, but I literally fall in the trap. January 1st, I'm like, I'm gonna be unrecognizable. You're not even gonna know who I am because I've changed everything about me. And then I realized I should probably not do that. But let's how to just make little wins in my life. We had a sermon this past weekend. It was like so good. And it was just like an everyday win from the Lord because he gives us each day with new mercies, new grace. So like, how are we going to do, like, how are we going to like seize the day to the best of our ability pretty much? So that's kind of my mindset. And so I'm not going to get overwhelmed with all the days in the year, but just each day, how am I being disciplined today? And that's my soap opera. Soapbox? Okay. Yeah. As soon as it came out, I thought, nah, it feels wrong.
Write that one down.
That's the days, and these are the days of our lives.
And these are the days of our lives.
I can't. I'm trying to look at what else I wrote down because... I also said, do things at your own pace. Life's not a race because I think it is, and it's not. So I have to remind myself.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good one.
Do you guys have any resolutions?
Have a baby.
Yeah. Make it through the next 5 months.
Yeah. I said that to like Sarah and Shay and Maddie, like they were asking, and I was like, honestly, that's the only thing that I'm thinking of this year is just like having a baby. And Sarah said something too of, she was like, stepping into motherhood, like prioritize like sleep, like she was just giving like advice for like how to take care of yourself then like as a mom, and saying like these are things that would also be good resolutions too, like like don't be afraid to like sleep, like take naps, especially when the baby is, and what else? What did she say? Something like, I don't remember what else it was. Dang it, I should have written it down.
But pretty much sleep.
But it was basically, like take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Like along with the baby.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget yourself.
Yeah. I feel like you'll probably have a different, like, that's your resolution now. And then once the baby is born, you'll probably have a different, it'll be just completely different. So you'll have a different.
Yeah. I'm kind of anti-resolutions. I'm anti-word for the year. I just like, for myself, if other people do it and it works for them, that's great. It's never worked for me. I always like,
that's fair.
My word for the year, I carry it for like a week. And then I'm like, wait, am I really living into grace or whatever? You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't work for my brain. Like what made last year better than 2022? It was nothing in my control. It was nothing that I chose to do differently, really, No,
that's fair.
So I am just like going into this year like every other year of like whatever comes, and I just hope that I am growing somehow.
It makes me laugh, but it is true. It's not, it's not for everybody. I feel like when we were, at least I felt like when I was like younger or even in college, it was like resolutions. And I just ate that mic.
I was gonna say
I accidentally put that in my mouth. Okay, gross. This is gonna be all over the place. But it's like always like the same things, like lose 20 pounds, like read 1,000 books. And I feel like it's always like this crazy overarching goal that it's like, okay, like when are we just going to be like realistic, and like why are we setting goals that we never attain?
Yeah. Do you want to learn how to play checkers?
I do actually.
Wait, you don't know how to play checkers?
Or chess, sorry. I want to learn how to play chess. I don't know how to play checkers. But I also want to invest in a nice marble, like checkered chess board. Like that. I have
Dude,
a
I got
vision.
one.
A marble one?
Yeah, Sarah gave it to me.
What? That's like
neither of us know how to
that's what I
play,
want.
but it's sitting here. It looks cute.
That's cute. See, I want that. That's what I want in my life.
There you go.
And also lots of candles and wine. No, that was mainly to symbolize like celebrating, and I wanted to like throw like a themed party like at least twice in the year, but I know I'm gonna do a Galentine's. Like I have a vision for that.
It was funny. I was just at Target yesterday with Clea, and we were walking past Valentine's stuff, and she was, "Oh, see, that's so cute. Like, you just want to have like a Valentine's party?" And in my head, I was like, "Oh, I bet Kira's having a Valentine's
Kiara
party."
definitely
And
is, yeah.
I know that Kiara is going to Target and like finding cute
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like
that
I was
Target
just like
dollar
dying,
section.
like in my head. Yeah, I was like in my head. I was like, yeah. I mean, Kira's obviously gonna do that.
Yeah.
Clea should host one. No, I love it.
I mean,
I saw one TikTok, and then I
in her
texted
dorm?
my two friends, and yeah, in her dorm. I mean, all she needs to do is like buy a cute cake, decorate it, say like, "I love my friends." Okay, that's lame,
Yeah.
but like something fun, and then get like fake wine glasses and like all like go into like just. I'm like, I feel like you can do something so small and it'll be cute. Just buy a pack of like 25 pink balloons at Dollar Tree. That's like $1.25
like,
now.
Hostess, like Little Debbie, like they can
Little
be
Debbie's.
like little, with the black with the little white curly thing. Like it could just be, I'm thinking college edition where it's like cheap.
Yeah, true. Yeah, go to like Walmart or the Dollar Tree, just something cheap.
Yeah.
But the dorm room, space might be hard. But no, I love the dollar section at Target. That is honestly single-handedly Target funds my parties.
I love that.
1,000%. And I get sucked in, and then I spend $100 in the dollar section just because everything is cute.
Yeah.
And I want it all. And their seasonal stuff, like their bachelorette stuff is cute. Their wedding stuff is cute. Especially their Christmas stuff. Like I have so many Christmas trees from Target over the years. I'm like, I need to chill, but I will not. So I know that about myself. I will still go back this December. Yeah. Add to my collection, if you will.
Yep. There you go.
And that's that on that. But yes, love a good party. That's what I want to try to do.
Yeah.
I
love that.
I don't think I've ever had a New Year's resolution in my entire life.
I actually kind of love that.
Because I know that I wouldn't do it. So I don't do it because I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I have this thing, which you guys know, that if I'm not going to do good at something, or if I'm not going to be like perfect at it right away, I'm not going to do it.
This is true.
Which is horrible. And I know that that's not good. So I guess I'm working. I don't know. I'm working on that. Well, something that we talked about at church, and I don't remember when it was. But something we talked about was the idea that God creates a lot of things for us purely because he wants us to enjoy our life. Like he didn't put us on this earth to hate everything and to be dreading living life. Like every day you don't want to wake up and just like go to go to work and then come home and then like get into that like just like gross routine of just like life sucks.
Yeah.
That was not what God intended it to be. Obviously in the beginning he created a perfect life for us to be with him. And then we kind of screwed that up. But then he still wants us to enjoy our life. And so for me, I want to look for those opportunities that God wants to bless me and like show me like, hey, look how fun this is. Like, look how awesome this is. And I purely created it because I just want you to enjoy yourself and not wake up every day and hate life.
Yeah.
So trying to find the good in the everyday.
So you're taking it day by day rather than
taking it day by day.
Year
See,
by
like
year.
I gotta take it day by day because if I'm like, yeah, 2024, but then it's so daunting. And I'm like, holy moly, how am I supposed to do that all the time? So I'm like, just one little thing at a time. And like, I'll come up with like mini side quests. I'd rather think of it as like a side quest than like, you know, like for a while, I need to focus on this and I need to do better at this. And then when I feel like that's good, then I can like do something else. But to say I've ever made a New Year's resolution,
never.
I don't think I have. And I've definitely never made a vision board.
This is a very me,
Like I didn't know what a
thing.
vision board was until you told us what a vision board was last year.
No way, really?
I'm not kidding.
Last year?
I'm being dead serious.
I've heard of a vision board for like interior design. Like, oh, I'm
Yes.
redoing my bathroom and I want a vision board for what I,
100%. That's
but
the
not for
only
like my
context.
life.
That's the only context.
That's
Because
fair.
then I had another friend who made a vision board last year and she showed it to me. And I was like, oh, this is a thing. Okay.
Did she have a physical one or a like?
She
digital
made it
one?
on a poster board with her boyfriend, who's now her fiance. And
Did she have that on the vision board?
I don't think she did it. It was like a serious.
That would've
Maybe
been
she does
funny.
like a joke.
Yeah.
But I remember being like, oh, interesting. Like people who plan, like planners, I think they're really fascinating creatures. I think that there's a lot to learn from them. But there's also like, how do you know that that's going to happen?
I think that's the thing is you don't. I mean, you really don't. I mean, even in January when I put, well, were we recording in January? I don't think we had like
No.
officially started it yet. I think how I view it, and again, this is different than you guys and that's totally fine, but like I don't think I would achieve anything unless I either wrote it down, spoke it out, or like took a photo of it. Like I am such a visual learner. I need to see something to want to achieve it or write it down. Like if I don't write down, I mean, this is like as silly as it is, like in my notes app, like in meetings, like I need to take notes and be like, I need to see what I'm doing X, Y, and Z to know what to do. I think of it the same way, like for my year. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. Like I put like weights on there. I don't know really, it's just like, for me, I want to see something to be like, I think I can do that today. I can pick up a 5-pound weight, go to the gym. Oh yeah, I do have a face mask that I've had for 5 months. Just like silly little things. I like visualizing it and putting it into practice. But in reality, do I know what's going to happen? I mean, obviously not. But I think I like seeing something and I feel like I can achieve, whether it be goals or whether it just be things in my life, I feel like I can make that come to pass more often than not if I see something.
Yeah.
But again, I just feel like I'm a visual learner. And I fall into the trap of a word every year. But for me, the December before, I like really pray on it. I'm like, what do you want me to focus on like the year? And for me, it's pretty specific of like something I'm either convicted of or something that I'm like, I know this is an area in my life I haven't gotten right yet. Like, God, I'm just going to dedicate the year. I mean, 2 years ago, well, no, last year, my word for the year was health, which LOL, I don't feel like any healthier, like physically, but I think of emotionally. I'm like, I found out last February that my previous boyfriend had cheated on me. And I feel like I had to deal with that and become a more emotionally healthy person at the beginning of the year. That's like when everything with work was going crazy. We didn't have like a boss for a while. I actually feel like vocational health was what my last year was supposed to be about. Like when I was praying about it, I was like, okay, God, I feel like you're telling me health is what I need to focus on, which I feel like is LOL because that was not even in the cards of what I thought. So it's just kind of funny for me because I have been doing it for a couple years because I do love it and I fall into the trap. But I feel like at the end of the year, then I see like, oh, wow, in the last year, this is how my year has changed. So it's more of like, at the beginning, this is what I'm going to pray for and believe for. Let's see how it comes to pass at the end of the year. Most of the time, it is not what I thought, to be honest. Yeah. I didn't even know vocational health was a thing, which I might have made that up right now.
Great. It makes sense. Okay. It would not be an episode of It's Been Forever without our beloved end segment. Mayor brings down the mood.
Amen.
Kiara had the idea of doing, this was from a TikTok, right? I saw you shared this TikTok
she sent
with
us. And whenever Kiara sends us TikToks, it could be one of two things. I'll either laugh and be like, wow, I didn't know Kiara's sense of humor was this advanced. Or it's exactly what I think it is, and it's like a bug pretending to be like, or someone pretending that a bug is alive, like running around. And
okay, worst descriptions ever. Yes, I'm an extremist. It's either stupid or the funniest thing you've ever seen. In your life.
That's why it's going to be the funniest thing is because you don't expect it. Because 90% of the time, I'm sorry, Kiara, 90% of the time they're not that funny. They're not that great,
and I know it, and I said it anyways. and to me,
and I love you for that.
I enjoy it. I love you. I enjoy it.
But
I will say. It is a personal vendetta of mine, not vendetta, but I want to make Casey just laugh so hard that she's like, oh, that was good. That was good.
Personal vendetta is not the right word at all.
Okay, vendetta isn't the right word.
It's your personal mission?
Sure. That's on my vision board, is to come up with a couple good liners this year that Casey will just die to. And then I
want to lose myself in the joke that nothing else matters in my life.
Correct.
But what you just said.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll hold you
on my vision board. Okay. Sorry.
You got all year.
Yeah.
Amen.
But she sent this TikTok that was like a list this girl had in her notes app of like things that are none of my business. And so we are going to do our own form of that list.
Okay.
So Key, do you want to start us off?
I would love to, because I had an incident the other day, and the incident was dropping my friend off, and when you go too far into the parking spot and you scrape the bottom of your car on the like sidewalk that you're parking by, and it's like, and you're like, dang it. And when I backed out, I realized that is none of my business. What the bottom of my car looks like. None of my business. I don't even care at all. It's probably so messed up, just scratched from the different landings that I've just a little too low.
Yeah.
It's none of my business.
Do you have a low car?
The car itself isn't low, but I have noticed the front is like a little lower than the rest.
I wonder if it's sagged over the years from all the things you've run into.
Probably. Okay, it maybe has. It maybe has. And I love you. Coco is her name.
So
yes,
Coco
I did name.
Okay, yes. Kiki driving in Coco.
Yes, like the Kardashians. But I think it's fun. Okay, if you keep up with the Kardashians, you know what. I mean, but anyways, that's what's none of my business. So that's the first on my list.
All right. Well, the first on my list is how much money is in my retirement savings account. That's none of my business.
Absolutely. Do I even have one? I don't know. It's none of my business. I'm probably not even allowed to know that I have one. I feel like
that's
funny. Actually really funny.
So funny. Okay. Something that's none of my business. And I will emphasize, for some of you, it should be your business. For me, it's not my business because I'm married and it's none of my business in this part of the marriage. Okay?
I'm excited.
When my check engine light comes on or any like car thing that's telling me that something's wrong, that's none of my business. That's my husband's business.
That's good.
I just tell him, hey, there's a light that's shining. And then from that point, that's none of my business.
Yeah.
That's something he needs to take care of at that point. Now, that's just me. That's just me. I do want to just preface that. I don't know anything about cars, and I don't care.
Yeah.
That I don't, and I don't want to.
That is a good one. Not married,
none of my
and
business.
I also think it's none of my business. So that's the unfortunate thing. But
yeah,
I'm going to piggyback because this one also is marriage related. It is none of my business if the trash needs taken out because that's his job.
There you go.
It's not my job.
There you go.
That's funny.
I like that.
You know, it's none of my business.
What?
My screen time. I don't need to know.
How do I turn those notifications off? I know how, but I am not trying that hard.
I mean, neither. That's the thing is, it's also none of my business how to figure out how to freaking not make it. Show me how many hours I've spent on YouTube and Instagram. I don't want to know. It's none of my business. Honestly, my phone has no right at the end of the day being like, you were down 74%. No.
You were down 74%?
Sorry, maybe I should say up. I mean, that's just a random number I had. And I meant
did you forget
to
your
give the
phone at
opposite.
home for like 3 days?
Yeah, if it's ever down, like a serious emergency has happened, or I lost it. That is one of the two.
I've made the decision that if it ever goes down, even if my number is still horrendous at the end of the day, but that number is down, any kind of percentage, whether it's 2%, 1%, I did better. I did better that week. Even if it's still, I'm not even going to throw out a fake number because I don't want anyone to. I don't even want to pretend because I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to celebrate that win.
I agree.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Here's one that's maybe kind of niche to me and kind of another marriage one, or maybe I should care. Something that's none of my business is my screen protector. Okay. I drop my phone constantly. I got cracks in it, but it's not my phone. So it's not my business because it's not actually my phone. It's just my screen protector. So it doesn't matter. So it's none of my business.
Yep.
And I don't care to change it out. Like I'm someone who will live with cracks and bubbles and like that part that's flipping up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It's just none of my business. And the only reason why it gets changed is because Bryce changes it.
Whoa.
Otherwise, it's none of my business.
See, that one, I'm complete opposite. That is 100%. My nose is all up in that. That is my business.
That's Mayor's business.
But we're different in that even with nails. Like if I have a chip in my nail, I'm ripping that sucker off with my teeth.
No,
and you keep your nails on if they're dangling.
Yeah.
If they're like down to...
I'll keep it.
Gosh.
Sometimes it's a goal to see how much I can keep it on there just to like annoy people.
That is a sin.
I feel the need to bite something right now.
Yep.
Okay, it is none of my business how much water I drink in a day.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to take some sips here. I'm going to take some chugs there.
How much water do you think do you actually drink one, like at least one full water bottle, do you think?
I try to drink it like maybe 2 of these like Starbucks tumblers. How much is this?
Okay. I want to
just
like
solely for the fact of like I'm pregnant and dehydration can cause like contractions and stuff like that. So I'm kind of scared of that. This is 24 fluid ounces. So I probably drink 50 in a day, which is not bad.
Oh,
Kiara,
ounces.
that's 2. That's
well,
2.
sorry. Yeah, I was thinking 50 bottles.
You drank 50 of those.
No,
my eyebrows were so.
I
was
literally
like,
saw your face. You were like,
I'm just
okay. That's
I'm lucky if I get 5.
I think you're actually waterlogging yourself.
I think you're drowning.
I think you have an issue. Yeah, your lungs are dying right now. You're drowning yourself. Oh gosh. Okay, I will trigger warning. My next one. It's for the ladies. That's all I'll say.
Ooh, ladies.
What's none of my business?
Guy keeps scrolling.
If your guy keeps scrolling. My period after day 5. None of my business.
That is so good.
Oh my gosh, that's so
That's
good.
really funny.
Did I get my vision board right already, Case? She's laughing, so I'm going to count that as a win. I'm going to count that as a win.
Okay.
Come on, Case. Come on, Case.
It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore.
Shut up. Just because I said that.
You should have said that.
No,
okay, but
so good.
But you already laughed. So I'm counting that as a win. But no, it's seriously none of my business how many fluids are coming out of me, what it looks like. Sorry, again, I said trigger warning. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Just
this is perfect.
Like
none of my business.
I'm done wearing tampons. I don't
Correct.
have a pad on. Like,
Correct.
it is what it is.
The
so why is there
granny panties are
still
going on
stuff going
and-
on?
I get it. Like, I get it.
100%.
That's so funny.
None of my business. I just.
Absolutely.
Kiara, that's so good.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Something that's none of my business is keeping track of how many days it's been since I washed my hair.
I had that one on my
Sorry.
list too. Yes.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
And like some of you are like, I wash my hair every day. I'm like, good for you. I don't.
Yeah. No.
If I can get away with some sort of hairstyle that makes me not look greasy and I can save time, I'm not going to wash my hair. And if I'm going to work out tomorrow and I'm not going to wash my hair, I'm just not going to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
And I'm not going to be like, well, like it's been like this many days. Like I don't care. It's not my business. I'm not doing it.
None of your business.
I'm not doing it.
I love that.
That's a good one.
This one might hurt.
Oh.
Okay.
Specifically, Kiara.
Whew.
It is none of my business what
I'm
the
excited.
content is in the TikToks that Kiara sends because I hardly ever watch them.
That's actually
realize-
really gold.
I was
That is
looking through our
hilarious.
group chat the other day.
Kiara
and she had
sends-
sent like 3 in a row.
Well, I
The
just
thing
don't.
is, sometimes they're so
no one
good, and I'm just
responded?
Well,
no one responds.
I
It's
watch.
okay.
I watch an Instagram reel that is sent in my DMs, but when there's a TikTok sent to my text, it's not just you. When there's a TikTok sent to my text, I don't know why. I look at it and think, "Oh, click on it later," and I don't.
But your Instagram,
And
you'll
I
watch it.
But my reels, I'll watch. It might be a
different.
day or
Reels.
two later. Yeah,
Okay,
because I don't have to
okay.
go to a whole different like platform. Like I'm like in my
Yeah.
text
Yeah,
message. You know what I mean? I'm in
I'm not
iMessage.
gonna lie. I've been going hard in the reels lately. I've been sending you guys a lot.
You
of
have been,
reels.
and I will say it took me like a week to watch all of those. But
Which
I
is
did,
fine.
But then
because
I
went,
did watch
like
them.
there was about 2 or 3
Same.
days that I went kind of hard.
Yeah.
But low key, like when I send you a reel, it's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it just is.
They're okay.
I'm trying to remember what you've sent lately. I'm going back.
Okay, geez.
Some of them,
Okay, the
some of them
one-
just aren't relatable to me personally.
Okay,
I don't-
I gotta go
I'm-
through now.
I'll
now
maybe-
I'm paranoid.
I'll maybe
know,
exhale
now-
out my nose a little bit. I know that was kind of rude the way I said that.
Mary said no.
Kiara,
That's funny.
So Mare sent a video of someone singing with Lady Gaga.
Where? Oh, recently?
She just sent it.
Did you
Like,
watch it?
Oh.
I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Also, okay, hold on. The one that I sent, which Kiara, you're always really into him, so I appreciate your
I
banter,
try to
back and
heart.
forth. Mare
Okay.
disappears.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
the one where when he goes like this.
Okay, that one was funny. I laughed out loud for that one. That was good.
Have you heard this one,
I
Mare?
don't think I laughed at that one.
Okay. Why?
I don't remember.
They go to church. That one.
Oh, that one. That one was funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Go to church, bitch.
That one was good.
I like the one pause, and you just know something good is about to happen.
I know. And his face the whole time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my last one is what a serving size for a slice of cake is.
Oh.
I have looked at that before, and it is a stupid. It's
There's
like
a serving size on a piece of cake.
Well, I mean, maybe that was a bad example, but any sweet, it's
Any
like
serving size,
one
really.
chunk
Yeah.
or one bite is like 12 servings. I'm like, how am I supposed to divide this
Yeah.
into what? Just tell me. Just don't tell me actually what a
Yeah.
serving size is. That's actually maybe what's none of my business.
Yes.
Is it
Yeah.
a serving size? Because I don't want to know. I don't want to know that I'm
is
eating
it required
12
by
servings.
law? And like, should they put it on
Right.
there? Yeah, but also
But
like,
it's so
none of my
small.
business.
We were talking about this before we started recording. I was eating cereal, and I had the cereal out of those little tiny boxes. You know, like
Yeah.
Like the
little
ones
box
you
of
get
Fruit Loops,
from like the
like
hotels.
a calf or something.
hotels.
Yeah.
Okay,
and,
fun.
But that is like I want 2 of those.
Right.
You know, like it's like
yeah.
half a cup of Fruit Loops. I want a cup of Fruit Loops. You know,
Right. And that's probably 5. So, yeah, just none of my business. Serving sizes. Bye.
none of my business.
Yeah.
I just am
none
going
of
to
my
eat until I'm
business.
full. Like, that's just kind of the reality.
Like you don't need to tell me that I need to eat like half a cup to like
Right.
for it to be enough. Like if
like-
I want more, like I'm gonna get more.
I'm gonna eat
It's like
more.
one bite of an apple is like 1,000 calories. I'm like,
'Cause
don't.
this is America.
Just don't tell me. Just don't tell me. Do you have another one, Case?
I mean, these things should be my business. This one specifically should be my business, but it's not. The clothes I leave on the side of my bed. That's none of my business. Just leave me alone.
Just,
That's-
yeah. Bye.
None
Like
yet.
I put you there for a reason.
Right.
Out of sight, out of mind. And then when I wake up in the morning, you're still there. Get out
Right.
of here.
Yeah, fold yourself and put yourself away.
I put you on the ground to get you
For a reason.
Yeah.
like just out of the like I just didn't want to wear it anymore. I didn't want to put it away, but like I don't want to have to deal with you later. So you're just none of my business.
Absolutely.
Now, if you were talking to Bryce about this, Bryce, my husband, if you're new and you don't know who Bryce is,
Yeah.
that's not only my business, it's also his business as well.
That's funny.
And you know, bless him, because we need both to make this relationship work. But I mean, quite frankly, it's none of mine. It's none of my business. I'm not gonna worry about your side of the bed. You don't need to worry about mine.
Amen.
So,
And that's the key to a healthy marriage.
amen.
That's the key.
Not that I would know, but that seems like that's the key. I'm like speaking of someone like I've been married. Yeah. Key to happiness. Okay, that was a fun one. You have to admit
was
that
fun.
was kind
I
of
like that a lot.
a
Yeah.
cute little one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Good job, Kiara.
Thank
Well,
you.
We'll be back next week, and we hope that you'll be back too.
Yeah.
To listen into our next episode of It's Been Forever.
So,
Season 2.
guys, don't forget, follow us on Instagram.
We're on TikTok.
We're on
Shocking.
TikTok. We love to hear from you, like I said. So send us a DM, comment on our stuff. Like, we love to interact with you. Like roast us. I don't think you guys get it. Like we love to be like, I don't want to say ridiculed, because some of us are more sensitive than others. Kiara. But it's very important.
I don't feel like I'm the sensitive one. I feel like I just get roasted all the time. But I don't feel like I'm. Do you think I am?
I don't know. Maybe you're not.
I kind of feel like Mare's the.
Oh, is Mare sensitive?
But we just don't roast her. We need to roast her more.
You're right. Maybe we should.
So I think
Okay,
that's
I
the
just
issue.
came up. I
just-
actually have a New Year's resolution. I have one.
Guys, all I did was sit here. And I became the
It was
target.
It was silent. I defended myself, and look at that reflection. Boom.
You passed it on to someone else.
What's your word again? What's your word again?
Discipline.
Discipline. I'm saying discipline to this. And
I'm
Mare's
sorry.
going down.
I object.
Laughing, but
quit.
Mare's like, if I have any say in this.
You don't have a resolution to combat it. So
You're right. Dang it.
but like, interact with us. We love to comment. Like, we love your guys' thoughts and opinions on things. Send us DM, and then also write us an email. We love to hear from you, and maybe, who knows, you'll be featured on the show. I mean, look, our inbox is busting, and when I say busting,
it's busting.
we can tell how many
You mean
emails we have at once
bussin'.
and on one screen. But we'd love to fill that, and we'd love to. It means you don't have to scroll to see. how
Oh,
many
thank you.
emails we have.
I was, yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Well, you do have to avoid like the spam and all the things that Kiara has signed us up for.
Yeah, I just
With our-
deleted. I
with our
deleted all those
email.
because honestly, it was so stressful. I'm so sorry. I hate that I did that to us, but anyways,
It's fine.
neither here
It's
nor
fine.
there. So you have a lot of
yeah.
homework to do, essentially, but I promise it's
Yeah.
actually not that much. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
not.
worth
let
it.
us know who you are and where you're listening from. Shoot us an email, and we will talk about it on the pod and give you a shout
Tell
out.
us which of us is your favorite. Which of us you want. If you
Yeah.
had to vote off the island, who would be?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite, least favorite.
if
Then
you
there
had
just
to
leaves
kill-
one.
You had to kill
Mary.
Mary.
Or
and
kiss.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
Listen,
Who would be who? Like, what do you think?
Like, who would it be, do you think?
anyway, if you've made it this far, welcome to season 2. I think we have a really exciting season lined up for you guys. Some fun topics, and you'll just get to know us on a different level, deeper. Well, words right now. Okay, sorry. It's getting close to midnight.
It's almost
deeper
midnight.
level. Exactly. But we love you guys, and we're so glad that you're here. So
Yeah.
we'll see you next week.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah. Bye.
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 Bye.